Hey, good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about 3 leadership skills that you need to provide great customer service. So I'm going to allow a few minutes here, or just a few seconds, to have people jump on the call, because this is truthfully an exciting thing to have when you're trying to elevate your customer service at your company. I do want to share with you a couple of tips and some stories about how to have and how to elevate your leadership skills with customer service. I mean, your company is going to add more customers if you have the leadership skills in order to be successful. Kimunya, thank you so much for joining on the call. How are you doing today? So everybody else can jump on the video, and I've got some great tips for you so you can watch this, maybe watch this later. Thank you so much, Kimunya. I appreciate you being on the call. I know you're a customer service passionate customer service raving fan, leadership there for you. So I know you're doing a lot of great things with branding and culture. Connect with Kimunya is a great guy. So want to talk about those leadership skills that customer service professionals are needing every day in order to add value to their company. Thank you, Kimunya. Great to have you here. It's been a long day, but we're going to make it great for you. So thank you so much for joining. And I thought about this because there's so many great stories out there with customer service. You're looking at people who are truthfully professionals in what they do. I've been in the hotel business for a long time. Maria Garcia, thank you so much for joining on the call. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having some luck with the car situation that you're going through this morning. But so I want to kind of dive into the whole leadership. Good morning. What does it take to truthfully be a customer service champion? What leadership skills do you need to be in order to be that shining star in your organization, that customer service professional that's doing so many great things for your organization? And I think that sometimes we take these for granted. We take the frontline employees for granted, and we got to think about what is the picture of success when you're thinking about leading your team and you're hiring new people. I get questions all the time about what are you looking for when you hiring that customer service person? What are you looking for, right? And so there are certain traits that you're looking for, especially leadership traits. And now they don't have to be necessarily in a leadership position, but you're looking for someone who can add value to the organization with their leadership skills, especially in dealing with customers, because the customers are going to be the ones that are going to make a call on your business, essentially. So the frontline people are probably the most important people in your business if you start thinking about it. And they make maybe $9-10 an hour, but truthfully, they're going to be the ones that are going to make a difference in your organizations. They're the ones that doing one-on-one with your customer. Heather, thank you so much for joining us on this call. I appreciate you. And great topic for all of us about leadership skills for customer service. So I want to go through those 3 for you. Again, thank you so much for being on the call. Share what do you think are the top 3 leadership skills that are necessary? You've been in the industry. Some of you guys on the call have been in the customer service industry. What do you think is really important for you to be successful in that industry, or someone that you're looking for to be a customer service champion in your organization? What would those things be? So feel free to put your comments and feedback while I'm going through those 3. So number 1 I thought about is good communication skills. And when I say communication skills, doesn't mean that you're going to be talking most of the time. What that means is that you have excellent soft skills, the listening, the empathy, the ability to connect with customers is probably one of the most valuable skill you can have as a leader, because people want to connect with people. People want to build relationships with people, right? And so majority of the time is for you to get to know your customer, get to know them on their level, get to know who they are. A lot of times what we try to do in the hotel business is to connect connect with them personally, to finding out how their day is going, how their flight was, and coming into the Dallas area, right? Thank you, Kimuniak. Empathy is very critical for customer service. And that is part of the communication skills, is having empathy and understanding, seeking to understand your customers as you're learning about their day. Jacob, thank you so much for coming in on the call. So be thinking about communication skills, about listening, empathy, and also communicating the right information for your customers. Heather, thank you so much. It helps to build relationships. Why does it help to build relationships? Because people, and I'm going to kind of really get to the bottom of this here, people want to build trust with you, with your organization. And so the frontline employees are building the trust. So how do you build trust? Communication. And communication is key to building trust. That way people see that you're open, they're seeing that you're vulnerable, they're seeing that you are able to connect with them on their level. And that's how you build trust with your customers. So communication skills is listening, finding out, connecting with them, building the trust with them. And sometimes this is something that you may not hear many people say, sometimes admitting your mistakes. It may have been a mistake, may be an issue, something happened, a challenge happened, but be open about it and let them know that you're willing to fix it and take care of that so they can trust you in any way possible, because again, it goes back to their relationships. I mean, think about your own relationships. So Maria, thank you. Saying listening and being able to understand and anticipate the customer needs. That is huge. I mean, that is used in customer service, because if you can't connect and start listening to their needs, what I find out that is happening in so many places with customer service is that everybody's just kind of on automatic pilot. Do you ever go to a retail store and everybody's just saying the same thing and they're just on that automatic pilot? They're not truly listening. They're not truly communicating with a customer, and they're taking every customer as a cookie cutter approach and then just another transaction, another number. So keep that thought. Thank you, Maria, for that, because we want to connect on that level, that we're both communicating and listening, but we also want to understand their needs. Remember, they are doing business with you because there's a fulfilled need that they have to establish, and that's why they're there for you as a business. Number 2, problem-solving skills. And here's what I'm saying here. I think a lot of people get turned off when you say that. Problem-solving is probably the biggest thing that I'm looking for when I hire a customer service superstar to be on my team. I'm looking for someone who has initiative. I'm looking for someone who can solve problems. And what I'm saying here is that the reason you're there, being a customer service professionals, is to solve a problem, because the customer came in, they may have a challenge, maybe they don't have a challenge, but you're there to create an environment of where you able to take care of their needs, anticipated, but also how many times, a lot of times what happens in many places is there are challenges, there are mistakes, there are things that happen, and what we have to do is to take that initiative to find out, what can we do now? What can we do to solve this? And what can we do to take initiative to make sure that those things don't happen for that customer? Because they want to have a great experience, but sometimes things happen. I mean, just naturally, any business would have a problem. But how you're approaching it, if you're passing the buck, or you're going to give it to your manager, or you're going to give it to your supervisor, you're not really utilizing your leadership skills in order to make things happen. With that, as we're thinking about that, be thinking about how to be that customer service hero. And here's what I'm saying here. With being a customer service hero, you want to be that person who is just that person who's solved the problem and even took that extra mile and really doing some amazing things with that, because you truthfully want to be recognized for solving their problem, for solving their challenge, right? So that's number 2, is to be a problem solver. And let me read a comment here, is absolutely problem solving skills is essential. It is very essential. I mean, that's what makes you valuable. If you want to learn how to create value for your company, whether you're a customer service representative or you are in the management or leadership role, supervisory role, whatever role you're in, I'm going to tell you the secret. The secret is to be a problem solver, because what happens, and then I think this is just kind of a side note to businesses have problems, and the reason you're there is to help them solve the problem. And what happens to a lot of people is they get into business and then they finding out all these issues, and then they start becoming part of the problem, and you want to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. The entrepreneur and the owner of the business hired you to solve their problems. They may not tell you what the problems are when they hire you, but they're there to really seek someone who can solve that problem in so many ways. So number 3 is, which is the most important one, Heather, absolutely, it's about their experience. We want to create that wonderful experience, amazing experience with your company, because, and this is something that I put on my Facebook today, is that your customers are your raving fans. There are your walking billboards. They're going to tell someone about your business. So remember, you have a cell phone, you have a mobile device that within 30 seconds you can tell someone about your business. Within 30 seconds you can tell someone on social media platforms about the experience that someone has with your business. So very important point, Heather. Thank you so much for that. Number 3, which is really, really truthfully, I mean, the most important leadership skills that you can have when it comes to customer service is building positive relationships with your customers. Why do I look at it as the skills? I think that it's definitely something that you can develop, but how many times when you're looking for someone to join your team, they'll say, you know, I'm a people person. I'm here to connect with people, right? And I think sometimes it sounds a cliche, but what I'm looking for when I hire a customer service leader in my team, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for leaders in my team. I'm looking for someone who can build positive relations. Why do I think this way, right? I think this way because, this is a business, right? And we want to create loyalty. We want to add value to our business each and every day. And the best way to think about it, some people say, well, that's the sales manager job. That's somebody else's job, and that's what they need to do, right? But I think you're underestimating the role of that customer service leader. That customer service leader continuously, ask yourself this question, and I thought about someone. I'm going to share an example with you. Ask yourself this question. Take a service leader in your organization. Look at them. I already have someone in my mind that have done that very well, and that's the reason why customers come back. That person, they know them by name, they know the guest name, but they know you on a first name basis. Why? Because you created that relationship of trust with them that they will continuously come back. They may not know the name of your CEO or the name of your general manager, right? But they sure know that person on the front line. Why? Because that person built a relationship with them, a positive relationship with them for many, many, many years. And the person I'm thinking about is, I want to give a shout out to David Schaefer. He's been with the Renaissance Richardson Hotel for many years, almost 10 years. And what he's done is, that's someone that I want to talk about here briefly, is that he continuously build relationships, positive relationships with our guests, and they would know him by first name, right? And he would connect with them. He would learn their first name. He would connect with them on a personal level. Creating that emotional connection is key with those customers. And I just remember that every time they would come in to the front desk, they'll look for him. They know him by on really first name basis, and so. And that takes time, that takes effort. So it's not an instant connection. You got to build those connections day in and day out to truthfully connect with your customers, no matter what industry you're in. That's the goal. And keep thinking about the long-term goal. The long-term goal is to build those positive relationships, so that way you're gaining more than your competition does. The best thing I can conclude this video with is that, because most of you guys are doing amazing things. You want clients, you want to connect with new clients, customers, guests, in your industry. And I think that the most important thing you can take away, because here's what's happening right now in our marketplace, is that businesses have become a commodity. So what's going to make the difference is people are going to make the difference. Your people, be looking at that as one of the most valuable asset that you can have in your company. And that's why hiring customer service professionals, customer service leaders are going to make the difference between you and your competition, whatever industry you're in, because I know some of you guys work in different industries. That's what's really going to make the difference. So take the time to hire the right people, to hire leaders who can create competitive edge for your company. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this call, because I know there's so many great tools and skills and soft skills, however you want to frame it. But truthfully, that's your competitive edge. Look at leaders. Look at how you can bring in more leaders into your organization, because essentially that's how you win with great customer service. Just want to say hello to my friend here, Lucio. I appreciate you on the call. We're talking about leadership skills for customer service. Guys, I know some of you guys are going to watch it later. Feel free to share your comments. What would be 3 top leadership skills you're looking for? Maybe you're hiring somebody. What would those be that you're looking for that's going to make a difference in your business? So I thank you so much for watching. It's been a great session, and we're going to add more stuff to our daily tips of customer service. My name is Tal Schnall. I'm here to scale up your customer service and add value to your company. Please contact me if you feel that your company needs a boost. Your organization needs a customer service boost. I'm here to add value to your company. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.